All right, it is Monday. Hope you guys are doing great. I am back stateside. Happy to be here. Back to the US of A, but enjoyed Europe. Paul, you want to take it away and kind of share some announcements, and then we'll go get on. And then we have some special guests from overseas, from Europe also.
Absolutely. Please raise your hand if you got victories for the week because Daniel's going to want to call on you. Daniel gets to hear these victories firsthand from America and our headquarters in Plano, Texas. But I want to hammer down on just one thing, and that's July 25th and July 26th, the Build Conference here in Dallas, Texas. There is Build conferences all throughout the country. I'm watching them. If you're on Workplace, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, anything, you're seeing them post everything about this Build conference going on from the East Coast to the West Coast. And I can't stress enough the impact that this or the desire this team, this organization has for you to build your own company, for you to build your own team, for you to be able to build something and go to Europe for a month like Daniel did, and your income is not impacted. I want you to think about that. You go away for 2 months like Calvin, and your income is not impacted. I pray that's the life you want to live. And July 25th and 26th, that's the one here in Dallas, Texas. Please, if you're in Denver, I know we got some there, but we got builds everywhere. But do me a favor, you will get something massive from the leadership there. They will say one, maybe two things that will radically change the way you build, your vision of building, the way you view building. Everything will there will be so much that changes within you just by one, maybe two people, and you don't want to miss it. And on top of that, we have the correct leader in Daniel Ing to allow us to build something massive. Okay. And let me back up and say this. Glenn Sanford, our president, I've watched him. There's certain qualities you can watch in a leader. And does that leader promote his or her leaders? Glenn Sanford does. And when you have a leader, when you have a CEO that promotes the leadership, that promotes the team, that promotes the people and gets out of the way, he gets out of the way. I've seen him speak like 3 times live now, and he barely speaks. He lets his leadership speak, and he gets the hell out of the way. That is a leader that you don't have a lid to your leadership. Well, guess what? We also have that with Daniel Ing. Daniel is the type of leader that he doesn't put a lid on none of our leadership. Please do me a favor. Read John Maxwell's book, The Law of the Leadership. The law of the lid. I'm sorry, the law of the lid. Daniel doesn't have a lid on any of our abilities to grow. In fact, Daniel wants people on this call right here, right now, to be bigger than him. That's the type of leader we got. And you got to put yourself in positions like July 25th and July 26th at the Build conference, so you can take advantage of what Daniel Ing has given us with We Partners and the type of leadership he has, the type of leader he is, I should say. Because I've watched him run conferences. I went to the Christmas party. He didn't want to speak. He wanted his leadership to speak. He wanted y'all to speak. He believes y'all are the ones that make it happen. And when you have a leader like that, you there the possibilities are absolutely endless. So please, July 25th, 26th, if nothing else, hey, do me a favor. Let's go represent Daniel Ing on July 20th. Let's show the world who we are. It's in our head. It's in his headquarters here in Dallas, Texas. Please get your ticket. I know some of you are waiting. Don't wait because it's a mental thing. And once you check that off and it's on your calendar, it's done. I'm proud of a couple of people mentioned on here. I forget who it was. They already bought their plane tickets to Miami. So smart, so intelligent. You're making yourself become successful when you do stuff like that. You will make yourself successful if you go ahead and purchase that ticket. And real quick, I got some wins. They're not mine, but my good friend Heidi couldn't be on today. She had her first closing in Orlando, Florida. Thank y'all so much for those that liked my post, liked her post, shared her post. She is excited, and guess what, guys? The reason she's not here right now, Daniel, is she's staging a home right now. She already has another listing. Yes, and she's going to be the purchasing and the buying agent on that listing for the new home. And so she's going to get 3 deals right out of the gate. So proud of her. And again, please, if you haven't liked my Facebook or her Instagram, tell her you're proud of her. It really mean a lot to me. Love you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Yes, I know that Heidi had a very first tough deal, but those tough deals, guess what? It makes us stronger. Teaches us a great lesson on how to handle obstacles. I appreciate the kind words, Paul, and let's share some wins. We got Peggy. You're on mute.
Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Happy Father's Day to all the dads. First of all, we got to acknowledge. Thank you guys. I had a great week. What's Paul said something last week that really resonated with me, which was you can't do this alone. I mean, you can. You're just going to go a lot slower, and it's not going to be anywhere near as helpful. I've never seen such a fantastic group of people that really support each other, truly support each other. So last week was a great week for contacts and things like that. Anna and I got together and went to the corporate office, and we were working together and doing some calls together. And, she learned some things. I learned some things. It's wonderful when you get together with your teammates because both of you will learn something. So I can't encourage you enough. I was kind of, I was a little, I was a little down. I was a little non-energy, which is not like me at all. And, after Anna and I worked together, it just kind of renewed my hope, in not only myself, but just my team, and knowing that everybody will support you. Ask for help, reach out to your teammates, reach out to people, work together. You'll come up with new ways to communicate and things like that. So I'm super excited. For me, it put a lot of things on my calendar this week. So I am looking forward to it and just really looking to see where we can go with this. And Daniel, thank you so much. And Paul, for your leadership, it means the world to us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Peggy. All right, Carolyn, fire away.
Right. Well, again, happy Father's Day to everyone. I had a great weekend. I hope everybody did too. Wins for this week is I really think our Making It Rain leads are coming together. We had we've been doing it for almost 3 months. Haven't had a lot of good leads, but it seems like this week we got 2, and I have another one from the very beginning that we're just nurturing and will turn into something, so seeing a lot of promise in that. So that's exciting right there. Still working on closing my first deal. So like I said, everything's a learning experience there. And that's about it for this week.
What's your closing schedule?
All right.
27th. So got
Closing scheduled July 27th. June 27th.
Great. Well, let's wait to hear good news. Ton, are you in town? Are you in Cancun? Where are you at?
I am in town in my vacation home. My home is vacation, right? Home sweet home. I'm home. Last week was a very productive week for me. My biggest win is introduced my a new team member that joined recently. Unfortunately, she's not able to attend today. She's trying to shuffle her work schedule around. But she's out of Bose. She goes by Bose. Very, very, very eager to learn. She has a go-getter attitude. Shadowed me on a showing. We did an open house together this past Saturday. It was very productive. I got to help do a video for her. She made a post on her social media. She has the servant attitude and just the eager willingness to learn. I believe she will be successful. She already had her very first listing just listed this past Saturday as well. And so guiding her through that process, she's brand new, is willing to learn. Going to be guiding her to do all the trainings that we have. We partners, the residential boot camp as well as commercial. She likes to attend, along with your EXP training that EXP has put in place. So just gotta guide her. I mean, for me, that was my biggest win. Having an agent that is just really, really eager to learn. I mean, really starts there, your passions and how, when you want to learn what you want to learn, the teacher's there to teach you. And I'm just very proud of her for what she has accomplished so far. My second win for the past week was I got a call from a one of the lenders that I work with, sent me a referral, and that feels great, creating these connections that you make with everyone around you, especially lenders. We send a lot of leads to lenders every day, right? The lenders that we know that our client doesn't have a lender, we send them a list of lenders. But to get a lead from the lender in return, I mean, I don't expect a lead from them, right? But it just felt great when you build these connections with others around you that you work with, your partners. And so yeah, he called me one night. Hey, I have this client in Wiley, which is like an hour, 15 minutes for me. Is that okay with you? I was like, yeah, yeah. Went up there, show a house to her, a couple of properties actually. We're close to executing a contract with just one showing. 5, 6 houses, and just really just want to alliterate, just create the connection, any connections, your neighbors, people you meet at the grocery, lenders, meet with the lender one of these days. Build that connection with them. A lot of time lenders reach out and wanted to build connection with you first, but it just feels great to get leads from the partners that you work with. We all help each other grow. We all grow together, and so I just want to end there and wish everyone have a great productive week.
All right. Thank you, Tan. Appreciate it very much. All right. Any other wins? Raise your hands. Andy, okay.
I'll
Physical.
go.
You can raise your hand physically if you want to do that too.
I try to do, but
No worries.
I've been sick. I lost my voice to have a guinea back. So I wrote the offer yesterday, and if the offer got accepted, I'll break my personal record for dollar amount per transaction. It's a great feeling. You work your way up. You start with, any deal is a deal. No deal is too big or too small. But when you work hard, different deal will come your way, and manifesting, doing great things is gonna come. Focus on, like Tan said, being out there, brand yourself, expose yourself to people that they know you, and social media. Social media, I've been doing a lot of work on Facebook. It does work. It does work. It is slow. It works. I get people just calling me out of the blue. Hey, Andy, I have this. I need this. I need that. If I didn't be in front of their mind on social media, they might have gotten somebody else. So those are the things that while you're doing it, it's tiring. You question, is this going to bring me benefit? But with consistency, I asked Tom Chung one time, hey, give me a tip that how to be successful. Consistency. If you're going to do something consistently for a long period of time before you decide if it's going to work or not. Do not quit in the middle of it.
That's right. And have passion, right? I did a short video today about having passion, and being consistent is important. So thank you, Andy. Anyone else? Well, I'm going to introduce our special guest all the way from Portugal, Marie Christine. She is my classmate from college. We went to school in Switzerland. She speaks multiple languages, not just 2 or 3, like 6 or 7 languages fluently. I haven't seen her for almost 24 years, and it was great to reconnect. And she mentioned that she, when she arrived back to Portugal, she just, went into real estate for briefly. And, I just shared what we were doing with our platform. And I said, well, I'm looking for leaders in Europe, and looking for leaders, not just to do transactions, actually looking for someone to connect, to lead this market, and just understanding the market a little bit better. And, we sat down. I didn't bring my laptop. So we had a pastry box that we got. She bought some pastry for our family. So I wrote, instead of a napkin, it was on the pastry box. So in Europe, we're going to do a pastry presentation versus a napkin presentation. So I just want to introduce Marie Christine. Marie, you want to share some wins or anything insight about yourself or the excitement?
Definitely. I'm super excited. Hi, everyone from Portugal. My name is Marie-Christine. I'm Portuguese, half German. It's true, we have been at the same university together with Daniel, and it's 24 years we didn't see each other. But when he came to Portugal, we saw each other and we had a great talks. So it's true, when I came to Portugal 5 years ago, I went to the world of real estate and I figured out different things. And by the way, I decided to have a new career because I come from the world of marketing. And so I went briefly, like Daniel said, into the world of real estate. And I thought it was really interesting for me. So I had some great wins, to be honest, where I could buy my house where I am at the moment. And Daniel was talking, going back a little bit, Daniel was talking about, what you do over there in the US. And I was like, let's check it out. It might be that I join you. I will be more than happy to. So let's see what comes up now. And I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for letting me in and hear your great wins. And let's see what happens in the future. Happy to be there.
Thank you. And another great win is, her son and my son are about the same age and they clicked right away. And that's the friendship, right? And we always share about this is a family and just making those connections for our children. If you have children, this is what we're building. We're building a network for our children, for the next generation, so we can, so they have that entrepreneurial mindset, that growth mindset, the collaboration instilled in them, right? They may not go into real estate. That's okay. Our children may not be in real estate, but guess what? They have a network of entrepreneurs, of people that are positive, that are impacting lives, not just our business life or our family life, but lives that we're touching. So appreciate the reconnection, and not just with Marie-Christine, with other classmates in Europe. It was great to see them. And that's really my big win, was just reconnecting with people. EXPCon was in Lisbon this year. It was our first international EXPCon conference. It was great to meet with other leaders from Italy, from Germany, from France, Portugal, Spain, and things like that, and UK, and also from South Africa. We had our leaders from South Africa come as well. I believe there was 18 countries were representing at the conference. We're in 24 countries. We had 18 countries representing. Really the win is there's opportunities, right? You're part of a platform. You have to understand you're not just in a real estate brokerage. This is not just a brokerage. If you believe that you're just in some brokerage, we need to change that, because we're in a platform that allows opportunity, that allows growth, that allows the connection, that allows building a legacy, not only for you, for your children, for your grandchildren. And if you don't have any children, guess what? You can will it to someone else in your family, right? Those are the opportunities. You're building something. If you're not looking to build, that's okay. If you just want to do transactions, we have a great platform, right? But when people get on this call every week, it's because we want something. We want to collaborate. We want to learn from each other. We want to build each other up. So that's really all I have to say today is, those wins for us to come together. And as we continue to grow, it just fires me up, right? Every day I'm fired up because I know that there's going to be new people that are partnering up with us. Another win I shared last week was I saw other groups like Cindy helping with Alexis and Angela as well. So other leaders are stepping up. I know Joelle and Judy, they meet with their group and just collaborating. And then with Laura Pena and her group, they are also doing stuff. I know Ton is mentoring. Paul's doing a lot of videos and setting things up, setting the foundation. Andy is bringing on another partner in July, right, out in Denver. I know Cindy also flew to Denver to look at other things. There's just so much stuff going on, right? And then for me to go away for a month, not bring my laptop. I did not bring my laptop. I was proud of myself for that. And I brought my iPad just in case, I didn't even open it. Not once. So everything was on the phone. And really, if you saw those photos, another big win was taking those, capturing the moments with the family, and just spending time, and then just showing a different part of who I was, and just showing the family, um, just different things, history, right? We have to learn from history. I was sharing with my son. I was like, "Well, son, you're like third or fourth generation now. Why do empires fall after third generation?" Right? Look at America. We're in that stage. If we don't change the way our youth thinks to manage to do hard work, America can fall, right? There's a lot of things in the world, and so besides just the business, right? Yes, we're here to try to make money, do real estate, but we also need to make sure that we instill hard work, positive, growth mindset to our next generation. So hopefully we, get the next generation on this call so they can get to listen. But that's really the main thing I wanted to kind of share. And then Angela, I know you got your hands up. Please share your wins and anything else, so we can close it out. And Paul, if there's anything you want me to add or you want to add, please go ahead.
I just wanted to say how impressed I am with this whole group and very grateful for the opportunity to learn from everybody, from these calls to coming alongside Cindy's group and with Lucia, and there was some training, Joelle and Jesus, and just to watch my daughter, who's now in the business, just take hold and be aggressive, and it's just fascinating. And I'm, like I said, just very grateful for everybody here. So that's all I wanted. That's my big win. So thank you.
Thank you.
Daniel, it'd be kind of cool what are some of the challenges they have over there with real estate?
Well, just like when EXP started in the US, it was a very different concept, right? And not having the cloud, not having the brick and mortar. I think the challenges in Europe is the same thing, because in Europe, everything's confined. You do have the brick and mortar where you have the windows, and I took pictures of all the real estate signages. They don't have a MLS, so they have portals. Well, these portals, there's so many of them, and if you have a listing, guess what? You got to pay the portals to put your listings on there, and it could cost anywhere from, each listing could cost you $500 to $2,000 per listing. So guess what? Glenn Sanford has partnered up with a company called Home Hunters. I think they're going to be investing in this company to create giving, I guess, the advancement of EXP Global, so they can have the listings for free for them, for EXP agents. So they're working on something that's gonna help. He understood what's going on, so that's why when I got to hear firsthand on what EXP Global is working on and how they're gonna interconnect, because don't forget, EXP is a data company, it's technology, right? So you have to able to control your data versus paying all these portals. And I think EXP said they did pay, I don't know how many multi-millions to help EXP agents with these portals already. So, that's another expense. And, of course, he's thinking behind the scenes, and that's why he's our founder, because he likes challenges. He likes creating solutions. It's really not about, the money, he's a billionaire because of the platform he created. Of course, it was because it's like a science fiction. He likes trying things, right? And yeah, so that's one thing. And then another challenge is letting people understand that this is a opportunity. It's not a multi-level marketing company, because we're not selling a product, but yes, we take those levels to share with the revenue. So just explaining the model to people is very different. Just like in the US. But then you got, because Europe is multiple countries, you know, in a continent. So just handling those things, those challenges. But you know, the people I met from the US or from Dubai or from Mexico, guess what? They're building in Europe. They're building in Spain and Portugal, creating the network. There's a gentleman in Madrid that I met. All he does is sell Miami properties. He's in Madrid selling to the Spanish, the investors in Spain, buying properties in Miami. That's all he does. That's what he promotes. All right. So there's always different opportunities. I met a friend in Portugal. She recently moved there, and just learning about why do Americans move to Portugal. Well, guess what? My wife loved Portugal. She loves the food there. She says it's a beautiful country. She loved Porto. That's, I think, out of all the cities, she liked Porto. You know, so we'll be coming back to Portugal, Marie Christine. And yeah, so it's just the opportunity for all of you guys, because, you know, for us as leaders stepping into a market, this creates opportunities for you guys, because as we find other leaders to help out, like if Maria Christie comes in and she connects us with Italy, right? Because she speaks Italian too, right? I've connected with EXP Italy, with our president of Italy. So once Maria Christine connects with them to understand that market, how we can open up, you know, so those are opportunities, because we can do a tour. We could do a European tour of real estate, right? One is to enjoy our time when we travel, but at the same time is also look at opportunities, whether we're investing in Europe as well, right? We can bring money over there, or we can raise capital, bring it back to the US. There's no lid, like Paul said, right? So I put in a comment, I said, it's like open walk, you know, cooking, right? There's no lid. We just crank that gas up and we go. And anything else, Paul? I know you're laughing about the open walk.
Yes, I'm definitely laughing about the open walk. No, man, just thank you for going and, you know, sharing with us. You know, they got challenges over there too, huh?
Yeah, challenges everywhere. But at the same time you know, there's opportunities. I think if we can give them better systems, give the different markets a better system, and also at the same time you know, there's and then of course adapting. We can't just bring the US system to a different country. We have to adapt, right? But we also can learn what they're doing so we can adapt as well. So but there is opportunity, and I look forward in our We Partners network to continue to grow, and also in Asia. I talked to a gentleman that's connected me with India. You know, he has so there's one gentleman in the US that he's in all 24 countries already. So there's opportunity. So I mean, he's doing a lot of YouTube video, he's traveling. So, you know, if that's something that you want to do, I'll connect you with this gentleman. His name is Jared, and Jared Jordan, and he's really the guy that's looking for leaders in different countries. And all you have to do is R&D, rip off and duplicate what he's doing. And we learn from each other. And instead of reinventing the wheel, we make those connections. So, all right. Well, it's 11 o'clock here, Central Time here. I appreciate everyone's time. You know, these calls, we're opening them up. So if you have anyone that you want to invite to listen to our group, I know that usually the last 10 minutes, we do kind of like a real estate tips, sharing how we do things. We'll continue that. And I know that one of our upline leaders, they have Top Agent Nation. They're starting their sales trainings at 10 o'clock Central Time now. So we may be adjusting times. I want to take a look at what they're doing, because if there's another group in our organization, in our upline leaders that are doing something, well, we can, as a group, can, you know, navigate people that way too, right? Instead of reinventing the wheel and doing the same thing. So we can adjust. if they're bringing other leaders around the country doing training, we would like our other especially the new agents, right? The new agents get lost, and I see that. I appreciate the people who are stepping up teaching these newer agents, because we were all there before, right? It's scary. And my week this week is pretty open. So if anyone who wants to give me a call or meet up, please let me know. I'm actually open pretty much this summer, because I don't have other travel plans. But I do want to travel if there's a group like in Denver. I know I told Andy I don't mind traveling to Denver. There's a group in New York that I may go visit, but I do want to connect with all our leaders. So I'm going to spend the time this summer. My summer is going to be reconnecting with you guys, sitting down with Ton. I called Ton yesterday. I said, I need a few hours with you. 30 minutes, just a phone call is not going to work. I need to sit down with you, understand, because you have to imagine yourself where you're going to be. If you can't imagine, you have to, because I told Ton, I said, hey, Ton, if you had 100 people in your organization, what does that look like? You have to imagine yourself there. If you're not going to imagine yourself there, it's not going to get there. And when you get there, guess what? You don't know what to do with it. So you have to imagine yourself, what your goals are, how it's going to look like, what do you think it's going to run like, and then you'll get there. Okay. So that's my tip, and appreciate everyone sharing their wins. I'm glad to see good friends on the call as well, and new faces, and we'll reconvene on Monday next week. And then, like I said, this week, if you have any questions or just whatever, if you want to talk to me, I'm open. All right. See you guys.
Looking forward to a meeting, Daniel.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.